Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, where you can sign up for the Shannons Club, and Penrite Oil, offering technical assistance 7 days a week.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Classic Restos. Not possible without the continued support from Shannons Insurance and Penrite Oil. Well, the trusty DAF beside me, the 105 510, may not be a classic, but it is a truck. And if you do have a classic truck, it's welcome with Shannons Insurance. Why not pick up the phone and give Shannons a call for a quote on 134646. You can also go online and sign up to become a member of the Shannons Club, where it truly is your garage. Find out more online when you visit Shannons at shannons.com.au. Whether you drive a small car, truck, bike, anything right through to a big American classic like this Oldsmobile Delta Custom, it can utilise the benefits of Penrite Oil. Find out more information as to the grade of oil you should be using by the Penrite Technical Assistance line, there to help us 7 days a week. Penrite Oil, Australian made, Australian owned. It's been established since 1926. It's even available throughout distributors in the United States of America. Find out more when you visit Penrite at penrite.com.au. Oil right, use Penrite, simply a better class of oil. And on this week's episode, I return to the beautiful New Zealand for the 2014 Te Aroja Cruise, and the Te Aroja Business Association has made it possible for me to be here. So before we see some of the cruise, let's go and see some of the town. This is Te Aroja, and it's home to almost 4,000 people, located at the footing of Mount Te Aroha. This incredibly attractive little town is showcased by the 952-metre-tall mountain as a gorgeous backdrop, and with the name Aroha, it is often rendered in English as place of love. And looking around here, it's easy to see why. One thing that places Te Aroha onto the map is its amazing hot water springs. Te Aroha is the location of the Mokina Hau geyser, the only natural soda water geyser in the world. And if you're wondering what geyser means, it's not a cranky old person in this case, but more the type of a erupting hot spring. The geyser is located in the Te Aroha domain, the oldest intact Edwardian domain in New Zealand, and bathrooms have been built over the majority, offering a relaxing place to unwind and let your body take advantage of the natural minerals. There is no radox in this town. The natural underground water system has been filtering for thousands of years, and it's crystal clear. Well, there's something about the town, and I know that that in itself is enough to make you want to come to visit Te Aroha. Now, the cruise is coming up in today's show, but I can't help myself. There's still a couple of things I want to share with you. First of all, it's time to go in here to this place and catch up with Adrian at Adrian's Gallery. Here we are in the magnificent township of Te Aroha here in New Zealand, which is just up the road from Waikika, Tinalong. We've got Adrian now from Adrian's Gallery. Now, Adrian, welcome to today's show.
It was nice to thank you. Nice to see you again, Fletch.
My pleasure. Adrian, you're an incredible guy. You're one of the most innovative people I've seen in a long time. In the level of creativity and the way you build things, you're a fabricator, you make stuff out of junk. Tell us the deal.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I just like the idea of making stuff out of stuff that's normally thrown away and just turning it into something that somebody would appreciate and like, and yeah, it's just a real good fun, and yeah, something I can make up as I go along and just, yeah, do it as I go. So,
What age were you when you got this inspiration to go and get some junk and make something out of it?
I think it was definitely quite a young age, but it was more my father used to collect old stuff, and he'd fix rakes and make things, and using old junk, and it sort of grew from there. And although what he made wasn't altogether very practical, it always looked very arty and sort of quite cool. So so it grew from there. Yeah. So.
Look, you've got alleyways of the stuff. I mean, it's like a maze here when you walk through here. It's just incredible, and anything imaginable that was built out of iron or steel, you probably find it here. You've got a showroom out there. You've got a chopper there. You've got a lawnmower there. You've got a horse there. I mean, it's incredible stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, no, I like it. So yeah, it's and we do find that a lot of people really like it now, and they keep coming back to see us, and so it's just really cool.
Adrian, you're also inspired by music too. You've got a room over there with your CDs in it.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Yeah. My music's a huge part for me. So because I work with music going in the background, obviously, so I like it really loud, and I like real heavy music. So it just makes me think better. So yeah. So
Adrian, how many years did it take to get it to this level of stuff?
so I've been here 16 years, Fletch. So yeah, and, but most of it's happened in the last 6 years, to be honest.
It's an incredible maze. You could just walk and walk, and you do a left turn, do a right turn. It's like a prime minister. It's never ending.
So yeah, it's sort of growing all the time, and we're just sort of expanding and trying to put in more fences to hang more stuff. And
Do you find that ladies would like it here?
Yeah, a lot of our tour groups tend to be ladies. Yeah, and they seem to love it. So
and I bet it's because of how neat everything is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the real attraction is, but I think a lot of their husbands have this sort of stuff in their sheds at home, and it's probably a little bit messier than what I have it.
Yeah, wouldn't be neat like this.
They keep saying it's not. No, so maybe that's what the attraction is. Yeah,
I think it's a bit of a combination. It's the urge of getting stuff you don't need.
Yep.
And then when you've got it, keep it tidy.
Yeah, I think so. It's, to be honest, it's just easier for me to find it and use it when I'm making stuff, and nothing worse than trying to find something that you know is there but you can't.
Yeah. Well, what a way to start off this week's episode of Classic Restos here for the Te Aroja Cruise, starting with this guy here, Adrian. Mate, I've got to say this. You do fantastic work, but whatever you do when you're walking the main street here, don't get your junk out there, will you?
No, I won't. Well, the medication I'm on does stop me from doing that. So. Thanks, Fletch.
For God's sake, don't stop taking those tablets. I just want to get these New Zealand towns right. Te Aroha, Te Aroha, Te Aroha. She's a horror. She's a horror. She's a horror. She drinks tea. She drinks tea. She's a horror. She's tea horror. Te Aroha. Tiara. And in the lead up to the Te Aroja Cruise 2014, generous classic car owners are taking time out, along with the fire brigade, to take senior folk for a blap around the block from the Kenwood Rest Home and Hospital.
First car I first owned is the Morris Carley, and it was quite a nice little car too. Well, I would think it was jolly good of them to take me for a ride with the cars.
When it comes time for the best in classic vehicle, home and contents insurance, of course, you can't go past Shannons. Why not pick up the phone and give Shannons a call for a quote on 134646. You can also see them online and sign up and become a member of the Shannons Club. See more at shannons.com.au. And Penrite Oil, been established since 1926, Australian made, Australian owned, and the Penrite Technical Assistance Line is there to help us 7 days a week. Find out more when you visit Penrite at penrite.com.au. You're watching the 2014 Te Aroja Cruise In here in New Zealand. Back with more right after this. Welcome back. Well, here we are, the 2014 Te Aroja Cruise here in New Zealand. So it's time now to grab your jandals and your fashion chups and experience this mega horsepower chrome-plated get-together. The Te Aroja Cruise Inn welcomes any vehicle. As mentioned prior, the event is put on by the Te Aroja Business Association, which in turn helps to create another annual magnet for the town and local business. The Te Aroja Cruise was started by two guys around 2008. As the cruise grew in size, the Te Aroja Business Association took things over in 2013. This is Saturday, the big day. It's time for Waitakere Street to be closed off and let up to 500 classic vehicles from all over New Zealand grace the area. First cab off the rank here at Te Aroja Cruise for 2014, we've got Peter. How are you, Peter?
Hey, Fletch, how you doing?
Good, mate, good.
Good. Oh, cold.
You're a bit cold, are you?
Yeah, a bit cold.
I would have thought that you would have acclimatised.
Slept in the caravan overnight and after coming all the way from Palmerston North. Yeah.
How long does that take you?
About 6.5 hours in total. Two trips.
I
Yeah.
love your Nissan. Have you ever seen a Nissan like this? What year is it, Peter?
1968. It was owned by an elderly chap in Christchurch. He passed away and it was auctioned. And in the auction, and I just kept bidding. I just wanted the car. Yeah.
What a classy looking Nissan. It's got a front bigger than Bunnings. I mean, it's got that chiselled style. It is American inspired, obviously.
Yeah, they copied a lot of brands, didn't they, to establish themselves? And it was, a lot of chrome and a lot of bright work, clean lines, and just true reliableness and motoring. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that they were. What I like about this car too, though, Peter, is the length of the car, which is obviously an advantage with pulling the van.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it a good wheelbase, good straight 6-cylinder motor as well, and it does use a lot of fuel though.
Oh, you don't worry about that. What size 6 is it?
2 litre 6. Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 litre 6.
2 litre 6. Well, they went all out in '68, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. No power steering and no luxury features. Yeah.
Like you say, though, might be a 2 litre, but it was the Nissan reliability, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was just true and true, go forever. Yeah.
Peter, the interior's nice too. I mean, this has been a very well-kept car over the years.
It has. It was, in the main, it was in storage, and kept inside out of the sun and the ultraviolet rays. Yeah, so totally original interior. Yeah.
And that's good. And look, you're saving a few bob too. You're towing the motel around behind you there. That's a nice old period van as well.
Yeah,
What year are we looking for that?
That was registered as a 63. It was a Lilliput. It's a Lilliput Gazelle, which is a full fiberglass caravan, 10'6", which was the sort of regular size in New Zealand. Yeah.
I guess for 1963, fiberglass would have been the earliest of the fiberglass vans.
Yeah, it would have. And there were 250 of them made in New Zealand. Probably, less than 100 surviving today. Yeah, and a lot of them now are people have restored and done some interior design work in them. Yeah.
That's marvellous, isn't it? And I also like what you've done with the 1968 alarm system in the car. You've got the dog in there.
Yeah, 2 dogs. Yeah, they come with me as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah.
Great catching up with you, Peter. Love the Nissan, love the van. Thanks for turning up here today, mate, and being a part of Te Aroja Cruise.
Yeah, good. Okay, enjoy the day, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good.
Thanks, mate.
Good. Yeah, excellent.
Whanga Mahara, Whanga Te Aroha, Te Aroha, some sort of horror. Time for Daryl now. How are you, Daryl?
Marvellous, thanks, Fletch.
That's all right. Thanks for coming out, mate, and braving the weather.
Oh, it's a bit chilly, but it's worth the effort. Worth the effort.
It certainly is. Now, Daryl, you've got a 42 Ford, customised. Tell us the deal. How long have you had it?
Only 6 months. Been chasing it for about 3 years. Saw it down in South Island originally, and watched it. Then it went off the market, and finally found it very close to home in Te Aroha. Managed to scrape the funds up thanks to the wife, and
The good wife, eh?
oh, good wife. Got to keep something good.
Yeah. Hang on to that one, mate.
Exactly. It's actually her car, she tells me. And yeah, just absolutely love it. Driven it quite a bit already. Done some miles. And
Now, Daryl, were you actually after a 42, or did it just happen to come along and you said, yeah, I like that?
no childhood memories. Dad had one. He loved it. I loved it. Remember growing up in it. It was a shape I like. So just managed to track a 42. It was either 42 or 46 around that sort of area, but 42 was the passion, so that's what I stuck with.
Daryl, we look at the interior, the velour. Now, what's the story there? Obviously, when it was customised, it was done then.
1988, done in Oamaru. There was a pair of them put on the road at the same time. Basically, it was all original and done as it is now in 1988, except for these scrolls on the front. They've been done recently because it was peppered with stone chips and a set of wheels, and that's all I've done to it and just driven it.
They're a beautiful shape, aren't they?
They are a great shape. Got classics, and they're all coming back into the good shapes.
You've also got a little bit of modern bling around the dash cluster as well with your instrumentation.
Yes, that's obviously been done over the period of time by various owners. The Dolphin gauges inside are very nice and make it set off really well in there.
Good on you. All right. Good on you, Daryl. Thanks for coming along here, mate. You know, this is what it's all about. Guys like this turning up and making the Te Aroja Cruise what it is for 2014. Good on you, buddy.
Thank you very much, Fletch. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, time for Darren now. How are you, Darren?
Not too bad, Fletch. Yourself?
Good, mate. Good. 1966 Cortina. Now, one of my favourite shapes, I've got to say.
I do love it myself, actually. Being an Australian assembled one as well.
Of course.
Yes, as you do.
Hey, that'd have to be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is, mate. It is.
It must kill you to say that.
No, never. We don't mind our friends across the ditch, mate.
Oh, very nice. Now, this car means a lot to you. How long have you had it, Darren?
I've had it about 27 years.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's been through a lot with me, and never get rid of it.
A lot of emotional attachment, right?
Always, yeah.
It's amazing what a car can bring to somebody.
A lot of joy and a lot of joy to other people too. You know, you often meet people that say, "Gee, I had one of these brand new," or "I had one of these when I was a teenager," and no, I've never got rid of this one.
You know, some people think, it's only a car. Don't be materialistic. But it's hard not to feel like that about a car that you've had for so long, because they do become a part of you, don't they?
They do. They religiously. You just touch every part of it, you know every nook and cranny of it, and you love it like your mother.
Absolutely. Now, Darren, you've given it a paint job. When did that happen?
I painted this about 20 years ago. Yeah. So it's still holding up under the strain, as we say.
Did you do it with a rattle can? Did you?
No, this was a bare metal respray back to bare metal, and it's painted in Chambry blue glazurate, which was the XF Falcon colour. Yes. And it was an original Aussie assembled metallic, first of the metallics. It was a December '66, so it was the first in the metallics as well.
I love the interior. The seats are nice. The back seats original, and the door trims are original as well.
Yeah, everything's original apart from the auto sports. So what you see is how it rolled out of the factory.
Isn't that good? Isn't that good to see a 1966 car with so many original bits and pieces on it, and a model Cortina too that you don't see a lot of. So good on you, Darren.
Yeah, thanks very much, Fletch. It's been great.
Oh, before you go, mate, you got to tell us, what powers it?
It's a 1798. It's a bored out 1600 sleeve pistons with Datsun pistons in it. BCF2 cam, twin 45 Webers, light and flywheel, Lotus box.
So it's fun to drive.
It's a great little car to drive. Yeah.
He's loving it, you can tell. Yeah, good on you, Darren. Well done.
Thanks, Fletch. Good talking to you. Love your show too, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Good, bud. See ya.
Waikiki-Tinalong Muahara Fluahara Thong Wear me thong along. Bring me thong along, wear me thong along.
You deserve a Fletch tour. See the amazing Ford, GM and Chrysler Nationals at Carlisle events, along with museums and private collections in beautiful Pennsylvania, USA. Then it's the Motown city of Detroit and its region, taking in more die-hard stuff with incredible history. Rounding off with the Woodward Dream Cruise, the largest moving car cruise in the world.
It just makes it so much easier on yourself when Fletch picks you up, drives you around.
Laughs, lots of laughs.
More than what I expected.
I'm definitely coming back again.
Go to classicrestos.com.au and click on the Fletch Tours icon for more information. Hope you're enjoying today's show. Back with more after this.
Got to get these New Zealand towns right. Wangamatta, Whangamata, Wangamatta. How do you get Whangamata out of Wangamatta? It says it, Wangamatta, WH. Whangamata. I threw me thong at the car. Now, it doesn't get much better than this. The Te Aroja Cruise 2014, we have the one of the chief organisers here, Sarah. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good, thank you, Fletch.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. What a turnout.
Yeah, really, really happy, especially with the weather. We weren't too sure, but yeah, definitely the people are coming in.
Yeah, it's a lot more have turned up.
Absolutely, yeah. It was quite earlier on because no one really knew what was happening, but we can actually see blue skies now, so it's looking really good.
Okay, so past history, we've had, 400 cars in the past?
Absolutely. We've had near on 300. Last year we think we reached the 300 car and bike mark, so we're hoping to have the same, if not more.
Yeah. How awesome is that? A little place like Te Aroha, and I say it right. I said it right.
Te Aroha, Fletch.
What?
Te Aroha.
Oh, Te Aroha. So I've got to go back through and do all my voiceovers again. And just because I did the interview with you, Sarah, trying to get these towns' names right over here.
It's very hard. Yeah.
I mean, I thought we were close to Kali Kali Huhu Koki Miki Tora.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
It's down the road from Waikiki-Tenalong.
Possibly, but not here.
So, Sarah, tell us, what does the Te Aroja Cruise stand for?
So the Aroja Cruise, Fletch, stands for business, cars, fun, people. So basically, if we bring them all together in Te Aroha, then it's going to be really, really good for Te Aroha and for business in Te Aroha.
That's awesome. And I mean, it creates a purpose too for these little towns, for a reason for people that may not have come here. It's a good reason to come out for the day.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of people have to pass through here going to different places, and they may not stop. So hopefully this will give them a reason to stop. They may have heard of the event and not come here, so they'll stop and check it out. And they may come back if they've been here, which we do find people do.
Absolutely. And why wouldn't you? I mean, these places are absolutely gorgeous. It goes throughout New Zealand. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So you guys are on Facebook. Here you are here. The Te Aroha. I got it close then, didn't I?
You did. You got it very close. Yeah, on Facebook we're the Aroha Cruising, and we also have a website as well. Yes. So that's www.cruisein.co.nz.
Good on you. Well done, Sarah. You've done a wonderful job, and thanks for having myself over.
Thanks for coming, Fletch. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks.
All right, it's time for Selwyn on today's show now. How are you, Selwyn?
I'm fine, thank you, Fletch, and it's great to meet you after seeing you in Carlisle on Thursday at home.
You watched the Carlisle United States episode?
Oh, yes, great. It's been great, yeah.
I flew to New Zealand just to catch up with you straight after Carlisle, Selwyn.
Oh, that's great. Thanks very much, Fletch.
Now, Selwyn, a gorgeous CJ, a 1973 Chrysler by Chrysler.
Chrysler.
Yeah, I picked on you because, well, you just don't see these much now.
No, there's not a lot of them around, Fletch. There's a few in the country on the registered Mopar site, but I've had this one for 29 years and walked the road for about 20 of that and rebuilt over the last 4 years.
But it's unmolested, it is original, it's just a beautiful car. Not that it really matters, but how many kilometres has the car done?
Well, it's been round the clock. I think it's only done 170,000 Ks.
Yeah.
I was only 12 years old when I bought it. We used it for a family car for a while, and
the big 360 up front, 170,000 Ks, and a big tall diff, not doing a lot of revs. It really hasn't done a lot of work, has it?
No, it hasn't done a lot of work over the years, Fletch, yeah.
They're styled different in the front. They've got a different front clip to the standard Valiant, which, of course, too, takes different front guards. I love the wraparound chrome bar that wasn't too far similar from the United States with Plymouth, with their Super Bs and their Coronets, that sort of pattern of bar around the front. Beautiful car.
Oh, it's a lovely car, Fletch. Great for touring and just taking out for the weekend for a trip. It's great.
Yeah, and those big seats inside. I mean,
it's got huge seats, Fletch, yeah.
Your backside could be 3 times wider than it is and you'd still have room.
Yeah, so years ago in the 80s, we used to fit the 4 kids across the back, no problem.
That's awesome. Now, from here, are you just going to keep the car forever, Selwyn?
At this stage, I will just keep it forever, yes.
I wouldn't sell it.
No, I don't have no intention of selling at this stage, Fletch.
Unless it's to me.
Yeah, it could be right, Fletch, yeah, and back to Australia, okay.
All right. So, great catching up with you, mate, and I really appreciate the fact of how you've got this car and you've simply preserved it. It's just so nice.
Yeah, no, thanks to that, Fletch, and I'll catch up with the programs.
Good. Well, I hope so. He told me that he watched my show, and now he says he's going to catch up with the programs. All right. Good on you, buddy.
Thanks, Fletch. Okay, thank you, bye.
I threw my thong at the jar. I threw my thong at the jar at Whangamata near Te Aroha. Now, is the Dak fraternity going to love Fletch or what? We have another Volksy on the show. It's not just a Volksy, though. It's a 63, it's a Splitty. It's a van. It's been fully restored by this guy here, and it's just absolutely glorious. How are you, Rod?
Yeah, good, Fletch. Thank you.
That's the way, mate. Tell us, how long have you had it? What was the build time?
I've had it for 7 years. Over that time, I've done complete resto on it. It's taken a long time. most of the work was done in the last couple of years when I really got into it and decided that was my project. And yeah, it's just taken a life of its own, really.
So tell me, Rod, did you have the finished van pictured in mind and that's what you worked to, or did you just feel your way and this is what you ended up with?
No, I did have a fair idea of what I wanted at the end. A lot of the bits were procured quite early in the project, so I knew what I was going to end up with. Yeah.
There's something about red and silver when it's done right. This is done right. So what's the colours?
They're both Ford colours. The silver's called aluminium. It's a Ford aluminium colour, I think. Yep. And the red comes off the brand new Focus, I think it is. Yeah, yeah. But they are colours that I've had in mind for a long time. So yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with them.
Contrast's nice with the interior as well. Love the seats up front. The new vinyl work done there. I mean, it's just nice all the way with this thing. Now, wheel choice. How'd you go there?
They came about probably about 5 years ago. Just saw one hanging in a shop and thought, yep, they're the ones I want. So yeah, bought them then and had to have them sitting in the shed for quite some time before I could use them.
That's cool. What's up back? What have you done to the engine?
Oh, it's a 1914 engine, so it's a little
1914. Geez, that's old.
No, that's a CC's, so it's a bit better than a standard one, but yeah, it goes nicely. Yeah.
Oh, look, honestly, this is a real gorgeous thing. Now, your partner, she played a big part in it too, I believe, Rod?
Yeah, she has. Yeah, no, she's bought me the cups of teas and the coffees and the food out to the shed when I've needed it. She's couldn't have done it without her.
She's kept you going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's good. Well, Rod, thanks so much for being on today's episode. Just before I do let you go, what's your thoughts on the cruise in for this year?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I think they'd have a really good event here, and I hope it continues into the future. Absolutely. Yeah.
They've got a fantastic bunch of people with the Te Aroja Business Association behind it as well, keeping it all together and putting the event together. They do a great job.
Oh, they really do, and it's really good to have something good to go to at this time of year. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right, good on you, Rod. Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Cheers, Fletch.
Well, there's just some of the 2014 Te Aroha Cruise in here in New Zealand, and I'm sure you'll agree it certainly is a mighty street event. Now, classicrestos.com.au is the website that you need for the DVD boxed sets of the show, Classic Restos merchandise, contact information on joining us on a Fletch tour in 2015, and my major sponsors as well. As I say at the end of every show, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, signing off from New Zealand, and I thank you very much for watching.
You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Classic Restos TV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, where you can sign up for the Shannons Club, and Penrite Oil, offering technical assistance 7 days a week.